Hi everybody, today we're going to do an introduction to t-distributions. The t-distribution is a statistical distribution used when the population standard deviation is unknown. That's particularly important when we have a small sample size. Using the t-distribution allows statisticians to make reliable inferences about the population mean based on sample data. The t-distribution, just like the standard normal distribution, is symmetric around the number 0 and resembles a bell curve. Let's compare the t-distribution to the normal distribution. T-distributions have taller and longer tails compared to normal distribution. This accounts for greater variability in small sample sizes. The shape of a t-distribution is defined by its degrees of freedom. The degrees of freedom for a sample size of n is n-1. This is often denoted df for degrees of freedom. Notice in our graph, with 3 different degrees of freedom, we have 3 different heights to our distribution. Let's take a closer look at that. In this graph, I graphed the normal distribution with a black dotted line. Then I graphed the t-distribution with the degrees of freedom a. I'm starting with degrees of freedom at 1, and I can see that the tail is much higher and much longer than the normal distribution. As we increase the degrees of freedom, it means we have more elements in our sample. You can see as the degrees of freedom get larger, my t-distribution approaches a normal distribution. That says a larger sample size is going to make a t-distribution closer to a normal distribution. So when do we use a t-distribution? In the past, a t-distribution was used when we had a small sample size. But now it is considered best practice to use the t-distribution anytime sigma is unknown. We'll talk more about this as we get into confidence intervals and hypothesis test very soon.